My Chibits, if you have yet to see the scene after the ending song, I recommend you to stop this video right now and go watch that scene, because there was something incredibly important after the ending song that I want to talk about, and I don't want to spoil anyone if you have not seen it yet. So I'm giving you a chance. I'll give you 3, 2, 1, 0. Were we trolled? Have we been trolled the entire time? That person at the end is obviously Reagan. It's obvious who it is, just by the style of the eyes, the hair, and all that. It's so easy to see who it is. Unless it's Reagan's twin brother or something, it's still the point. Have we been trolled since the very beginning about Reagan and his identity? We've always believed that Reagan was a con artist, someone that didn't have any spiritual abilities to use any type of, I guess, psychic powers. But then he's at the end of this episode, and he is leading all of the organization. He is the big boss, the big head honcho. Have we been lied to? Is he been hiding his powers? Or is there something else going on here? Or is this like a Hercule situation? For instance, this man is literally so weak, but he has this like charisma about him where everybody believes him. Whatever the case may be, Reagan is the boss, apparently, of the entire organization. I wonder how this is going to sit with Mob when he finds out that his actual teacher has been leading this organization the entire time. I wonder how he's going to feel. I wonder how he's going to feel about Reagan when he finds out, and what Reagan is going to do when he realizes what is going down. On top of that, you have to factor in, like, if this is true, if he's really the big boss, if he does have psychic abilities, it's been said that this man is extremely strong. Like, Reagan has said before that he's extremely strong. Like, he has a lot of power. But, I mean, nobody's ever really felt anything from him. It seems like he's a con artist. That's what we've all assumed. But what if we were being trolled the entire time and this man is legit that strong? And we're about to see a crazy fight between Mob and Reagan in next week's episode. I could see something like that happening. I mean, with all the potential setup that this episode gave us. But getting off of that, okay? This episode had a lot of fights, a lot of 1v1s throughout the entirety of this episode, and showcased quite a bit of different development and characterization for individual characters. I mean, Teru's character development, I really love seeing what he did in this episode, of how he countered the person that was using pyro-type abilities, how he was trying to light Teru on fire. He was just burning him up, and then when Teru was holding up his barrier, you had it to where he was cooking inside his barrier like a sauna, but he managed to turn the blast back at the person that was using it against him, and he managed to overcome him with his abilities. So Teru overcame this fight, and he showcased that he's a very strong Esper, and you shouldn't really underestimate him, which we kind of already knew, but the way the man was able to kind of overcome that situation surprised the fuck out of me. I thought, honestly, Teru was going to lose in that fight when he saw this man just shooting so much fire that he was pinning him down, and he was literally melting Teru inside of his barrier, and if he was to drop his barrier, instantly he would just be fried. He would be completely fried if he dropped his barrier, and as we know, because of Espers, they can only use defense or attacking at any point or time. They can't use both at the exact same time, so because of this, you had to where you would have to drop his barrier to be able to kind of flip the fire back onto him. So it was a very, very interesting feat that Teru had to do in this episode, and he's definitely extremely quick to be able to do something like that as well, to be able to drop his barrier and then instantly reflect the fire back at him. I mean, he even did state that his clothes got a little bit sizzled and all that. He got a little bit burnt after he tried to do that, but at the very least, he was fast enough to be able to reflect the fire back at the dude that was using it, so he's incredibly fast. I wonder exactly how fast Mob would be if he was in that given situation and someone had him pinned down with fire. I would love to see that. But speaking about Mob, so Mob in this episode, he just pretty much wipes the floor with everyone. It's pretty much everybody just gets fucked over. They're all getting destroyed by him. Nobody's really actually standing up to Mob at all in this episode. They all pretty much got one-shotted or almost one-shotted, and then got completely wrecked. But we know he's not that powerful. For instance, he's not at the power of Saitama to where he could literally wipe out everyone in the entire series with no challenge at all. So Mob can be defeated. So there was always that lingering thought in the back of your head while watching this episode, what type of person will Mob encounter that could literally beat him and knock him out? And one of the big things about this episode was seeing like a couple of fights that seemed like Mob was going to lose, but then a person that could use, hallucinations and illusions, he actually managed to knock Mob unconscious, which this is probably the most fascinating scene about the entirety of this episode, and it had a lot of meaning and weight to it. I feel like many are not going to really understand, so I want to dive completely headfirst into that. So Mob, he sees his brother Ritsu on the ground, and we know how Mob gets when his brother is hurt, injured, in a bad state. We know he gets incredibly pissed off. He uses his, like, 100%. He'll fuck everybody up. Like, he literally gets to that boiling point rather quickly. And we see how it jumped considerably to almost 100% when he saw the state of his brother. He was getting really pissed off. Now, after that scene happened, you have the dude that's been using hallucinations since last week's episode. In this episode, he pops up and he tries to give hallucinations and illusions to Mob and make it look like his brother has died. He wanted to make it to where Mob thought his brother was completely dead, laying on the ground, bleeding out, and he was trying to give all this horrific scenes to Mob. Now, as we know, Mob is driven by emotion. He's a man to where when his emotions build up to that boiling point, he breaks, snaps, he becomes 100%, and he will literally fuck you up. Like, he will literally fuck you up. But we also do know if he gets to that boiling point and when he goes unconscious, he will become that question mark, question mark, question mark. We know he becomes, like, super, super fucking powerful, and he literally is unconscious, and he can fuck everything up, and it's literally, he is Saitama level at that time. So, thinking about it like this, Mob's entire internal struggle at that scene had a lot of weight. Because many are going to be asking, why didn't Mob go his mystery type power mode? Like his, I guess his emotional level. Why didn't he go to that point? Well, there was a really very subtle key scene in that part. It's when Mob was viewing his brother dying on the ground and he saw him bleeding out. He was talking in his mind and he was trying to reject it, and literally he reflected the hallucination illusion back onto the dude that was giving it to him, and he even said a flat rejection on it, like he denied what he was seeing. Now that's incredibly powerful to do something like that, but if you look and pay attention very closely to that scene, you'll see to where the timer, trying to go up to 100%, it keeps going back down and back up, back down and back up, back down and back up constantly. It's like an internal struggle from going to 100%. And at that scene, I felt like it was Mob fighting with himself to where he was trying to reject what he was seeing, which he did, but also he was internally fighting with his other side, whatever is inside of him, or whatever darker side he has inside of him when it comes to that mystery question mark mode. I feel like he was fighting within himself, and when he went unconscious because he rejected it, he knew everything was fine. He knew that his brother wasn't, done. So I feel like because of that, that's how he avoided going into that type of mode. He literally fought with his other self, his other darker personality within him, and that's why he was able to overcome it and then just completely pass out without, going into that mode. So, very cool stuff. I like that internal struggle that Mob had in this episode with himself, and I feel like many are going to miss that critical detail in this episode. It was something I truly enjoyed seeing, and it adds some really good characterization and development for him to be able to resist this other side that could actually harm people. So, well done, Mob. Well done, Mob, for being able to somewhat control your emotions to a point where he won't go unconscious and then fuck everything up. At the very least, he's getting some form of control. Now, Dimple's situation. Dimple in this episode, overall, Dimple has grown on me as a character. I never used to be the biggest fan of him. I did love his design. I was a big fan of his design, and I do like his, personality. And the way his character was showcased in this episode, I'm really rooting for the poor guy. I really am. I want him to gain back his, full 100%, power. I want him to be able to devour all those different type of ghosts inside the jar and become extremely strong. Hopefully something like that happens, because I'd love to see Dimple at, like, max power somewhere where he used to be, where he can actually fight alongside a Mob and also Teru and actually be a powerhouse. I love his character. I love his cunning, nature to how he can outsmart people. He's a great character, and hopefully he does something inside the jar to where he can get out and become even more powerful and fuck, bitches up. I would love to see that. So yeah, episode overall of Mob Psycho this week, a very good episode. Had a lot of fun watching it. Cannot wait to see what's going to happen next, if Reagan really is a villain, if he really is that powerful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or nights wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.